Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. Today I'm trying out a beautiful little design with mushrooms and foresty inspired and cozy and just very cute. So I'm starting off with coffee liqueur. I'm just going to be popping on a couple of layers of this and curing for 60 seconds in between each layer. Next, I'm just taking bottle green and I'm going to be using a little piece of sponge and just kind of ombreing the background with this. I want it to look a little bit hazy and frosty. And you just want to cure this for 60 seconds in between each layer. I'm just continuing to build this up until I get the desired effect. I think that looks good, so I'm just going to cure that and get ready for the next step. So I'm going in with bonsai and a fine liner detail brush, and I'm just going to be adding in some branches for trees on here. Once that's done, just cure them for 60 seconds. Next, I'm going in with Starfruit and Valencia Orange. These are some of our jelly colours because I want them to be a little bit see-through, and these are going to act as our little autumnal leaves. So I'm just mixing and matching the colours on both sides and layering them up. And you just want to cure these again and go back in with another layer. I'm quite happy with how they've turned out, so I'm just going to go back in with bonsai once that's cured and just add in some details on the little leaves. Next, I'm just going in with Midori and some crisp sage, and these are going to be my colours that I'm going to be using for the grass on this little scene. So I'm just going to be layering these up as little blades of grass, as if it's like long grass in a field, and just going in with multiple colours and also the bottle green just to add some depth. In between my layers, I'm just curing for 60 seconds so the colours don't blend together too much. And just continuing to layer up and layer up. I'm using crisp sage for the blades of grass that I want to look like are catching the light. Take some Snow White and I'm going to map out the little shapes of our mushroom. So I'm starting with the mushroom caps and using a dotting tool because I just find it easier to use that. And I'm just mapping out the little shapes for the bottom of that cap. Next, I'm just going in and mapping out the stalks. I will be adding in some shadows to these shapes later as well, just to add a little bit more detail. Just going in with burlesque next, and I'm just going to be doing the tops of the mushrooms. So yet again with the dotting tool, just mapping out that little shape that you want. The great thing with mushrooms is they're not all even and they're a little bit wonky. So if you don't get this perfect, it'll probably still look great. So make sure to cure in between these layers for 60 seconds, and I'm going in with coffee liqueur, and this is going to be my little shadow colour, and that's just going to add in the little details and lines down the stalks of the mushrooms and some underneath the mushroom caps. Once that's cured for 60 seconds, I'm just going back in with Snow White and adding in the little dots on the mushrooms. You want these to be different sizes so they don't look too uniform. I'm just going in and adding a little white mushroom down here as well. And just going back in and adding in those shadow details. I'm just adding in some little dots in coffee liqueur as well. I'm just going back in with bottle green, and I'm just adding in some little leafy branches going across the nail just to fill in the little gaps. I sometimes find it easier to start off using a dotting tool and then going in with a fine liner brush to finish off the leaf shapes. Pop that into cure for 60 seconds, and then I'm just going in with Snow White and a dotting tool and adding some little cute dots in, and this will just give a magical and mystical feel to the nail. Once that's cured, we're just going to pop on a top coat, and this is going to finish it all off. Pop that into cure for 60 seconds, and there we have it, a very cute mushroom forest scene. All the products will be listed down below, and you can order them via our easy ordering link. And if you like this look, let us know in the comments, subscribe to our channel and give the video a like. Let us know what looks you'd like us to try next and what products you'd like us to use. We'll see you next time.